The fuel pump is vital for delivering fuel from your vehicle's tank to the engine, ensuring smooth operation and performance. When it starts to fail, it can manifest in various ways, from subtle to severe. Here, we delve into 11 symptoms that could indicate your fuel pump is on its last legs. A failing fuel pump might not supply the engine with the adequate fuel pressure or volume required for ignition, leading to difficulties in starting the car or random stalling. You might notice that the engine cranks but doesn't catch, or it starts and then immediately shuts off. This issue is particularly prevalent after the car has sat idle for a while, as the fuel pump needs to prime the fuel lines. If you're experiencing stalling, especially under load or when idling, it's a strong indicator that the fuel pump isn't performing as it should. The engine's computer relies on a steady fuel supply to manage combustion, and without it, the engine can't maintain operation. This symptom can escalate, leading to frequent or complete inability to start the vehicle, necessitating immediate attention to avoid being stranded. When you try to start your car and it takes longer than usual for the engine to catch, this could be a sign of a fuel pump that's losing its effectiveness. This extended cranking time suggests that the pump isn't delivering fuel to the engine fast enough, which is essential for the combustion process to begin. This symptom is often more pronounced in colder temperatures when fuel might be thicker and harder to pump. You might hear the starter motor working, but without that initial burst of fuel, the engine won't ignite. Checking the fuel pressure with a gauge can help confirm if the fuel pump is indeed the issue. But remember, other problems like a clogged fuel filter or weak battery can mimic this symptom. If your vehicle's engine feels like it's surging or hesitating, particularly during acceleration, a failing fuel pump might be to blame. This happens because the pump can't maintain a consistent fuel supply, leading to an unstable air-fuel mixture. You might feel this as a noticeable lack of power when trying to speed up, or the car might seem to lose momentum unexpectedly. This can be dangerous in traffic, where consistent acceleration is crucial for safety. The hesitation or surging can occur because the fuel pump is intermittently providing less fuel than needed or struggling under the demand of acceleration, signaling that maintenance or replacement is necessary. A malfunctioning fuel pump can lead to poor fuel economy. If the pump is not delivering fuel efficiently, the engine might run richer or leaner than intended, causing it to consume more fuel for the same performance level. Over time, you might observe that your miles per gallon are decreasing without any changes in your driving habits or vehicle maintenance. The engine might compensate for the inadequate fuel supply by adjusting the air-fuel mixture, which often results in higher fuel consumption. It's important to check other potential causes for reduced fuel efficiency as well, but if the problem persists after addressing those, the fuel pump should be inspected. A distinctive whining or humming noise from the back of your vehicle, where the fuel tank is located, could be a sign of a failing fuel pump. This noise is often heard when the engine is running or when you turn the key to the on position, but before starting the engine, as the pump primes the system. The noise indicates that the pump's internal parts are wearing out or that the pump is working harder than it should to move fuel through the system. If you hear this sound, it's wise not to ignore it, as it's a clear signal that the fuel pump might soon fail completely. The pitch or volume of the whine can increase as the pump deteriorates, providing a progressive warning of its condition. Misfires can occur when the fuel pump fails to deliver a consistent fuel supply to the cylinders. This uneven distribution of fuel can lead to some cylinders not firing properly, causing the engine to run rough or vibrate. You might notice this through a loss of power, rough idle, or even the check engine light illuminating with codes related to misfiring. While misfires can have multiple causes, a failing fuel pump should be one of the first components checked, especially if accompanied by other symptoms on this list. Persistent misfiring not only affects performance, but can also lead to further damage to the catalytic converter or other engine parts. Seven, overheating. Although not as direct as other symptoms, a failing fuel pump can contribute to engine overheating. If the fuel pump isn't delivering enough fuel, the combustion process can become inefficient, leading to higher operating temperatures. This is because the air-fuel mixture might be too lean, causing hot spots in the cylinders. Additionally, if the engine is misfiring due to fuel supply issues, the extra work to compensate for this can heat up the engine, If you're experiencing overheating alongside other fuel pump symptoms, it's crucial to investigate the fuel system's performance. 8. Loss of power under load. When your vehicle struggles to maintain speed on inclines or during acceleration, it might be due to the fuel pump not being able to provide enough fuel under increased demand. This loss of power under load can be particularly noticeable on hills or when towing. The engine might feel underpowered or sluggish, as it's not receiving the fuel it needs to perform at full capacity. This symptom is often a precursor to more severe issues like stalling, as the pump's inability to meet demand can lead to engine shutdown under stress. 9. Check engine light with specific codes. The check engine light can illuminate due to various issues, but certain diagnostic trouble codes, DDCs, like P0230, fuel pump primary circuit malfunction, or P0231, fuel pump secondary circuit low, are directly related to fuel pump problems. Using an OBD2 scanner to read these codes can help pinpoint if the fuel pump is indeed at fault. While these codes might not always mean the pump is definitively bad, they're strong indicators that the fuel system, including the pump, should be inspected. 10. Smell of gasoline. An unusual smell of gasoline around your vehicle could indicate a leaking fuel pump or a problem within the fuel system. This could be due to a seal inside the pump failing or a crack in the pump casing itself, allowing fuel to escape. This symptom is dangerous as it not only wastes fuel, but also poses a fire hazard. If you notice this odor, especially after refueling or when the car is parked, it's imperative to have your fuel system checked immediately. 11. Difficulty accelerating. Finally, if your car seems to struggle when trying to accelerate or feels like it's not responding to the throttle as expected, the fuel pump might not be delivering fuel at the rate required for acceleration. This difficulty in accelerating can be subtle at first, with the car feeling sluggish, but can escalate to the point where acceleration is markedly impaired. This symptom often goes hand in hand with hesitation or surging, but focuses on the vehicle's inability to gain speed effectively. Conclusion: recognizing these symptoms early can save you from the inconvenience of a vehicle breakdown and potential safety hazards. If you suspect your fuel pump is failing, it's advisable to have it checked by a professional mechanic. They can diagnose the issue with accuracy, possibly using tools like a fuel pressure gauge or by observing symptoms directly. Remember, timely maintenance or replacement of a failing fuel pump not only keeps your car running smoothly, but also ensures your safety on the road.